This is Sparta!
Right. All right. All right, Cowboy Nation. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. My name is Law Nation, L-A-W Nation. You know, I value people's opinions, and everybody got one, right? Just like a navel. Everybody got a navel. And I value people's opinion. I value their thoughts. Neither here nor there. Sometimes people are so off-kiltered or so offline. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for subscribing. But so many people are so off-kiltered at times that sometimes you look at people's opinion and you say, man, do they deserve to have one? Now, I am with the belief of this right here. Everybody know I'm team defense. I don't like defense at all. I love defense. And I look at it from A to Z, and I say to myself, a lot of times when you think about it, collectively speaking, most draft picks takes about 3 years to really get a dial on what they're really doing. Or some can say 4 years, but that's a long time to wait. I do look at it in these parameters. Shout out to you, skeptical fan, for making the donation to help grow this thing one day at a time, one movement at a time, brick by brick, as we continue to evaluate this situation called life. We elevating, baby. We growing this nation brick by brick. And shout out to everybody that's on the Facebook groove. I'm not able to see your comments, but I know you guys are there holding it down for me over there. So I really appreciate you all that's there. But I want to say this, though. And I know Joe Tranchina, I know you there. I can just sense the Italy vibes. Neither here nor there. This guy, Peter King, believes that the Cowboys should have went with a defensive-minded player or defensive player. I will say this, though. When we really think about it, the warts on this team from last year, you can really say the defense. That defense. Man, if we can get a turnover, a takeaway. Can we buy some turnovers? Can we buy some takeaways? Do anybody know how we can create the ingredients to get turnover pies? Oh, I love some turnover pies. Oh, my goodness. Fumbles. Can we get those? INTs. Oh, can we find just an INT? Or if you look at the other side of the coin, can somebody flip the field as it relates to the special teams? Didn't you guys know this right here? And this is not me lying to kick it. Shout out to you, Chris, for making the $2.99 for your mind. This is not me trying to lie to kick it, but God dog it, can somebody flip the field? Can somebody give us best field position here and there at least once every blue moon? We didn't even get that. And we didn't order no turnover takeaway pies with that. So you add all of those things together and you got... Let me know if y'all can hear my audio, man. It's kind of weird on my end, but let me know if you guys can hear me. I hope I don't have to change out my speakers, but let me know if you guys can hear me, because we didn't even get that. We didn't. We had to stretch and claw. The Dallas Cowboys in 2019 had the worst field position out of any other team in the National Football League. Oh. Y'all want me to repeat that? The Dallas Cowboys had the worst field position out of any other team in the National Football League. Meaning that we started from the 80. And we had to march all the way down the field just to miss the field goal. Oh, my goodness. We marched all the way down the field and said, okay, instead of going for it on fourth and the short or fourth and the inch, let's kick this field goal. Yeah, let's kick this field goal. Let's kick this thing all the way in. Hopefully we can get something in those type of parameters as it relates to the Dallas Cowboys. You hear me? Y'all can hear me good. Okay, Eddie. Shout out to you, Eddie. So this is what we was up against. Now, trust me, I don't know if Chaisson, Chaisson may be the next Reggie White. Flat out may be the next DeMarcus Ware around this mug. But let me tell you guys, I don't see him beating out an Alden Smith. Oh, I don't see him beating out Randy Gregory. I think that a Tyrone Crawford can give that guy a run for his money. Let me repeat. I think a Tyrone Crawford can give that young kid a run for his money. So we got to look at it in these parameters. We went out there and got a CeeDee, best player available. Look, we fell into the graces of sitting there saying, oh, let's just draft for needs in the first. No, I believe with the first through maybe the third pick, you just go best player available. BPA all day, every day, even twice on Sunday. Wrap that thing around and double it back up on a Thursday. BPA, baby. Ain't this right, Stuart? Really appreciate you for becoming a member. BPA. What do that mean, Law? Because this is what I've been banging on the table. Best player available. Oh, Law, we already got a wide receiver. Best player available. Oh, Law, we already got a running back. Best player available. Oh, Law, we already got a dangerous linebacker. Best player available. Oh, I heard some people to even give me some hate mail on this, even though I've been beaten to the drum of sitting there saying that I love Dak Prescott. But best player available. We already got a quarterback. Best player available. No changing of that situation. When your time with the 17th overall draft pick and dog it, if the quarterback was the highest graded player, I don't care if you have Tom Brady. I don't care if you have a Pat Mahomes. Best player available. Because when you start to try to say, okay, well, I can go with need in this situation, because you know what? We really need a long snapper. oh, we really need a safety. Let me go get that safety. Oh, we really need a fullback. Don't do that. I'm just putting objectivity out there for you guys so I can contextualize it in a sense. If you guys understand what I'm saying. Best player available. I digress. Shout out to you, Joyce. Really appreciate you, Chris. Thank you so much for tuning in over there on the Facebook groove, Chris Restry, and as well as who have we got? Jesse. What's good with you, fam? Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being part of the nation. Eastside Harold, what's good? Okay, just asking. It's crazy times in the city at the right now. Yeah, shout out to you, East Side, man. Really appreciate you. I hope you're staying safe out there. I hope everybody's staying safe out there and still practicing your social distancing and all of those other things. Really appreciate you, though. Cal, what's good with you? B-Rob all day, every day. Shout out to you. So this is where I'm looking at. And this article, I will post a link in one of my description boxes here, but it's on Blogging the Boys, I believe. This is the website. Let me pull up the actual website so I can give credit to those who are out there writing and stuff like that. Yeah, Blogging the Boys. Let me see if I can put this right here. Give me a few seconds so I can give them credit, because you know how credit goes. You want to give the people credit that you're reading from, and we're going to put it right here, and bam. You guys can go to the article and read up on it yourselves. But I'm just going to gloss over it right quick. Basically, what he was saying is that the Dallas Cowboys, this is the writer. Let me see. The writer is RJ Ochoa. Shout out to him. Good YouTuber, good Twitter guy, good Twitter follower as well. Check him out, RJ Ochoa. Pretty much he was saying what the King guy is saying, Peter King is saying, is basically the Cowboys had a great draft, fantastic draft, one of the better drafts in this past decade. Nevertheless, when you look at everything from A to Z, you can historically say that the month of June is a quiet month, because this is like that 30-day. Remember, during the regular seasons of the off season, I got to say it in those tones because we got the pandemic, we got the riots going on, we got protests going on and all that stuff. We got a lot of things going on in this country. But normally rookie minicamp will be over with right now. And it's that crazy 30-day period where everything is dry. And we praying, saying, oh God, I hope these players don't get all fun in the area and go uptown, go to Deep Ellum, go here and go there and get high on that sauce, and try to get behind the wheel. We was praying over here in Dallas land, sitting there saying, man, I hope these rookies don't get in trouble for these 30 days, because that's what normally happened during this time frame in June. It's a dry spell because the people are already off their high as it relates to drafting, and people are already thinking about now how their team is going to look, but they hoping that the young kids are paying attention to the temperament and the environment and all of those things. Well, we don't have to worry about it this year because everybody's at the house. Nevertheless, looking forward into this article, it reads right here, so much was to do with the fact that the Cowboys landed CeeDee with their first pick. But King believes, and I'm right over here, I'm highlighted, King believes that the Cowboys would have been better off going with a different route, meaning that they should have went with a defensive player. Now, like I said, it takes anywhere from 3 to maybe 4 years for a player to develop in the draft. But let me pick your brain, Cowboy Nation. Let me ask you guys this. Who do you think day one will have a bigger impact? Chaisson on this particular team? Can he beat out Aldon Smith? Can he beat out the Randy Gregory's of the world? And for Doggett, he ain't going to play on the D-Law side or what have you. So that's already understood. But can he beat out those other boys? So what I'm trying to say is, who do you think, with your mind, with your level of intellect as it relates to Dallas Cowboys thinking and operation, with your understanding of the game, who do you think, Cowboy Nation, I'm asking you all, who do you think will have a better start as it relates for the Dallas Cowboys? A CeeDee TD or a Chaisson? I don't care how much millions of dollars Peter King done made. I don't care how much money. I know he's probably six figures writing these wonderful articles, these clicks, so people can click on his article. But who do you guys think? If I had a gun to your head and you say, okay, it's end all be all between CeeDee Lamb and a Chaisson for this particular team, who you going to pull the trigger with? You know what I'm saying? Who you going to roll the dice on? Who you going to figure out and say, okay, I'm going to put all my marbles in on this guy? Is it CeeDee Lamb or is it Chaisson? I just want to get y'all thoughts, man. Lamb is a no-brainer. CeeDee is a no-brainer. Cedarian Lamb. This is my dog over here, Cowboys fan 91. Kyle said exactly. Because when we look at this team, we could talk about defense all day. We could talk about this. But drive killers been also players playing basketball with the football. We had 5 drops against the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to the Eagles. They won the game fair and square, the last one. They won it. But we had 5 drops of them. We had multiple drops in crucial moments and crucial times throughout the year last year. Let me tell you, I said earlier in my film breakdown and my film assessment of Cedarian, that's what people are calling him, Lamb, is that this guy, most people have catch radius as it relates to, man, that window size. But this brother, CeeDee, DP plus CeeDee equals TD. I like that, Joshua. But this kid have a full balcony as it relates to catch radius. Hands down, one of the best wide receivers in this draft. Let me say again, hands down, one of the best wide receivers in this particular draft. I like repeating myself. One of the best wide receivers in this draft. catches everything. Well, Lamb, I don't want him. Well, Kyle, I don't want him to catch everything. If you know what I mean. But I like this CeeDee, and trust me, like I said before, and you guys can go back and rewind the tape. I said, man, I hope this team go with defensive guy. Oh, I was all giddy over defense. I said, this defense, I want a defense so bad and so nasty, so ugly, they make your face look like this. Whole time, defense looking like this. I know that when we play in Arlington, yes, it's a land where you can go and sit down comfortable, got nice cushioned seats. You can order your wine and your cheese, everything quiet between when the defense run out there on the field, everything is quiet. You know what I mean? Everything is nice and fancy out here. We fancy now. You know what I'm saying? We fancy out here in Dallas. But I was saying, like, look, we need to change the environment. We need to change the tone. Oh, I was all about the defense, baby. Boy, you couldn't tell me nothing else. But when I tell you that when CeeDee Lamb was on the board, man, I wasn't even blinking an eye sitting there saying, hey, we should go get this defensive guy. We shouldn't even think about this CeeDee Lamb. And when CeeDee was on the phone and his beautiful girlfriend was sitting there trying to grab his phone, or lady, where we say down here, lady, and CeeDee used those quick hands. I said, man, we really need to give this man a contract. He got that quick reaction. That was a pass that was thrown behind him, and he know how to go back and grab it. Give me this phone. That's what we needed last year. Somebody that is aggressive when the ball is in the air. Fight for it when it's there, and not just gonna look at it and say, okay, oh, you just gonna take my ball? No, not today. Let me know where I'm lying at. Y'all saw how quick that brother hands are. Them hands are official. I was going back and I was looking at some of the, and I know you guys may have access to that clip at the NFL Combine. Ball was like thrown all the way in the rafters or something. He just said, oh, no worries, I'll go up and climb it. So many people are gung-ho on the actual 40 time. But all I do is when I turn on NFL game film and I look at some of the legends out there, like the Michael Irvins. He wasn't a burner. Jerry Rice. He wasn't a burner. All we see is somebody, even Michael Gallup, he's not a burner, but we see he can get the separation. Roy said, you ain't lying. Shout out to you, Roy. Really appreciate you. Chaisson is a little light, and he can, unsure if he can play the run. This is James Runnels. Chaisson, look, here's the thing with Chaisson. He might be one of the dogs in this draft. But on this particular team, the lineup that's in front of him, it would have been hard. It would have been flat out hard for him to win that starting role. Whereas day one, you can insert CeeDee Lamb, quick hands, grab the phone out of his girlfriend's hands, Lamb. And you can insert that brother right in the roster because you can look at that slot position. And for anybody saying that, okay, Law, we don't need a slot guy. Bull sugar. Let me tell y'all the reason why. This NFL, and shout out to my dog, Jesse Holly, he was saying that more often teams are utilizing slot receivers more so than anything else. And it's all about creating that mismatch. Why is this about creating that mismatch, Law? Because now we got a personnel that we can line up at 21, meaning that you have an Ezekiel Elliott and you have Tony P in the backfield, and maybe you can keep Jarwin. That's 21. You can have that type of lineup, or you can line up 20. Let's go with just 20 personnel. That's no tight ends, but that's 2 running backs. meaning that both of these guys can play within side the inline or the slot, meaning that you got Tony Pollard that can play. He can run some good routes inside, and you got Ezekiel Elliott. With 20 personnel, we're not married to the tight end anymore. Can I repeat? We're not married to the tight end anymore. So now you have multiple wide receivers out there that all of them are dangerous at running the route. All of them, not just some of them, all of them. Law, do you want me to? Law, can you go over the wide receivers route combination? Okay, just pause. Sit down for a second. Amari Cooper, in and out of his cuts. Crazy nasty. Crazy. Second to none. There's only, well, I'm going to say top three. Top three. You can't name multiple wide receivers that could run in and out of their cuts like Amari. You can't name me 5 that's better than him. Okay? Now, whereas Gallup went in his route concepts, it's pretty much not at the LOS. It's at the top of his route. Sneaky. Gallup is so sneaky at the top of his routes. It's crazy. The way he come to on that 5 in the 10-yard line, sink his hips, and then get back up. We saw that his rookie year. You guys want me to go back to the Fabian Monroe play when he just left the guy like burnt toast? Oh, my goodness. We was talking about, man, Calvin Ridley is cold and all, but if Dak Prescott, his rookie year, were to connect to that Gallup kid, whoo, it would have been a whole different story. But they created that chemistry during the offseason, and shout out to them for doing that because Gallup, he did show some promise. Now, of course, you can talk about the Lavin drops or what have you. That's a lot. But it was his second year. What you expect? Water don't turn to wine that quick unless your last name is Christ. We don't have nobody last name Christ on this team. Now, Dak Prescott and company, they worked on those things, which is cool. Those two. But baby, when I talk about Sedarian Lamb or CeeDee Lamb, in and out of his cuts. Yes, his only problem would be right now, he's 192 pounds, give or take, will be some little press action on the line. But guess what? You can't press the slot receiver. You can't press the slot receiver. So we got guys that can run crazy routes. And then if I throw in a Tony Pollard, the guy can run some crazy routes. It just seems like last year, they utilized Tony Pollard. They were scared to put him inside. They was like, look, we saw this on tape that you can do this when you was playing in Memphis, lad, but that's okay. We don't want to see you do it out here in the pros. We want you to run in between splits, occasionally to give you the ball when you're cold and hope you can make something happen then. And Tony P was like, look, how can you implant me into this roster now or utilize me in this roster now when I'm cold? Feed the baby when I'm hot. But it's understandable with the last year's administration. But we already know what Ezekiel Elliott can do. 1 year, he caught 77 receptions. My goodness. Yeah, shout out to those, man, that's on my Facebook panel, man. Shout out to you, Philip, man. Shout out to you, Rodney. And Taurus, really appreciate you for tuning in to this thing. Cooper the Silent Killer, CeeDee Silent of the Lambs. Yeah, it's going to be a blood fest out there. CeeDee would turn Cobb catches into 1,000 yards just from Mr. W. Ingram. Oh, my goodness, you speaking facts over there. Fact check. You know how social media do the fact check? I wish that they send you a fact check, you know what I'm saying, for putting that information out there. How you feeling tonight, Law? This is Dak Attack. Shout out to you, man. I'm feeling great. Feeling good, feeling great. But I just want people to know that that what Peter King put out there, that he feel like the Cowboys should have went with a defense. And trust me, defense was a major issue last year because we couldn't order no turnover pies. We couldn't get a takeaway. It's like if you get a turnover, you get $1 million, and everybody's like allergic to it. Everybody like, nah, I don't want that million. Matter of fact, they say, okay, every game we'll raise you $2 million. Nah, I don't want it. I don't want $2 million. $3 million. Nah. $4 million. Nah, that's too cheap. All right, $15 million. Let's make a deal. Dallas Cowboys versus the Eagles. My dog Xavier Woods, hands made of stone. Dak Prescott trying to do whatever he can do on his end. Carson Wentz is trying to give the game away like he always normally do, and he threw the ball directly to Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods said, "What I supposed to do with this? This is volleyball session. Let me pat it away." Oh my goodness. Go listen to what Xavier Woods had to say. He went on the first take, and he said that or was it Undisputed Cowboys show? I think it was an Undisputed Cowboys show. He went on there and said, you know what, I really had 5 interceptions, And there's no hate, no slander towards Xavier Woods. I love Xavier Woods. Shout out to Louisiana Tech, and shout out to all of the Louisiana boys out there in Shreveport and Bossier City and all of those areas. Shout out to him. But he just couldn't catch it. Oh, Robert Quinn knocking the ball out of what's his name? Carson. The ball all on the ground. Everybody looking like, okay, what we supposed to do with this? Carson was like, well, okay, I guess I can jump on it. Let me know where I lied at, When has Carson ever gave the game away? This is from Brian Clemers. Let me see. Clemers. Oh, you don't have to look far. Do I have to name every game? Oh, last year, when they played the Cowboys? Oh, there was a guy that we do the Wolf Hunter. I mean, he was passing that ball straight to LVE. I mean, you would thought that LVE was the number 1 tight end for the Eagles. Oh, if all you have to do is look up Carson Wentz fumbles, and you will see that the brother can double dribble like the Harlem Globetrotters over there. But neither here nor there. He's their franchise player. And all of the Eagles fans out there, the fickle fan base that they are, I can Google Carson Wentz jerseys being burnt. Oh, but you can't Google Dak Prescott jerseys being burnt. So who's really fickle? Who's really not really sold in and bought in? Because all jerseys are so royal in a sense. They're silver and blue. The Cowboys nation all day. Is even though we don't like a player, even though we have gripes, or even though we might look at a player and say, man, we wish he played better. But that blue and that silver and that white is too good for fire to touch it. Because we true friends over here. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Let me know where I'm lying at. Shall I pull up Google right on spot? We can probably see jerseys being burnt of Carson Wentz multiple times. Oh my goodness. People don't like facts, baby. But I'm going to bring it to you, baby. I'm going to bring it right to you, right to the front. Served, carved, and delivered. I'm glad Peter King isn't the Cowboys GM. This is from Mitch. Yes, indeed. Stewart. Yes. Y'all read Stewart comment. Yes, Tired. Shout out to you. Always a lady, always holding it down for the nation. Really, really, really appreciate you. All right, so I got about 4 more minutes. Will CeeDee prove him wrong? This is from my guy, Mitch. Oh, yeah. I really think that CeeDee will prove him all the way wrong. Yeah. Yeah, Dak is better than Wentz. This is from Tyrus. Here's the thing. People fail to learn how to do evaluations. And that's the pitfall to most people. They fail to learn how to utilize their time right. They fail to learn to utilize money right. And that's why, people are in the shape and the conditions that they are. When you look at the total picture of everything, and you look at the value of what you selected something at, and what they brought to the table, by natural facts alone, you can say, yeah, I got more value out of my 4th round draft pick well, not even the first 4th round draft pick out of somebody who was drafted in the 2nd pick overall. I think, he was drafted in the 2nd pick overall. So therefore, out of natural smart and wisdom and intelligent conversation, just to talk to somebody intelligent wise, I got more value out of my Dak Prescott than a Carson Wentz, because I didn't spend a 1st round draft pick on my Dak Prescott. So after natural money talk and it's kind of like this. You spent $100,000 on a Mercedes Benz, right? And the most you can get is 7 weeks of driving, 8 weeks of driving. Yes, that car drive good, but you're only getting 8 weeks of driving. When I got me a souped up Lexus or a souped up, some people can say, oh Lord, no, Dak is a Honda Accord. Matter of fact, he's a Honda Civic. But if I'm dogged, never need to ask anybody for pocket change to fill my car up, and dogged, if I don't have to change or rotate my tires every month and put oil change and all that stuff in it, and I still made it farther than you, let me know which one is more valuable. Which one won a playoff game? If that's what you're trying to say, which one got more wins? That just, it's just stupidity of people talking value of a quarterback that one was drafted in the 1st round and the other was drafted in the 4th. How many times are we looking at this situation and saying that, okay, the Ezekiel Elliott, he's more valuable than running backs that were drafted in the 4th and the 5th round? How many times do we bring that up? Oh, I digress, because I'm hitting you guys with too much facts right now. If you talk to me, you'll make a little bit more money in your life, I'm just giving you guys the truth, and it shall set you free. Yes, indeed, Royal Cowboy Sports Report, man. Yes, indeed. Rest in peace, George Floyd. Rest in peace to him. And may God bless his entire family. And for those who out there who's fighting the bigger issues and needs out there. Nevertheless, Cowboy Nation, that's all the time that I have for today. I got to go make some errands. Got to run some errands here and there. But I will say this, keep your head high, keep focused. Shout out to you, Big Pain. See, here's the thing. If I wasn't talking real good stuff, shout out to my dog, Big Pain. He's in the comment box. And if I didn't allow people to come in and voice their opinions and voice their thoughts out here, if I wasn't good enough to talk and give my, impressions and my thoughts out there, he wouldn't have been here. Big Pain wouldn't wasted his time as an Eagles fan jumping on a Cowboys Nation sports talk show. But he feels the urge and the need to jump on here because he know that he getting valuable information for the nation. You know what? I don't like Payless. You wouldn't find Law Nation in a Payless store. That's what I'm saying, meaning that I'm delivering something valuable to him and he want to come here and voice his ego talk over here. But that's just me just talking some real stuff, because guess what, Big Pain? You won't find Law Nation on nobody Eagles page. Shout out to my dog, Laura Bronson. He's the only person that I probably would listen to here and there. But outside of that, Law Nation ain't finna go to no Eagles page. Why? Why will I listen to trash? Why will I go shopping at Payless? Let me know. You wear the shoes is only good for a week. Why will I buy shoes from Walmart? Let me know where I'm lying at. People value, and trust me, this is the craziest thing about it all before I roll. I'm not sullying and denigrating people that go to Walmart, nor Payless to buy shoes. Let that sink in. But I feel that if I value my time and I value what I do, I would save up enough money. I would save up enough resources to spend on something that I know that I can take care of for a longer period of time. Too much information for y'all, man. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you, Hans. Really appreciate you. Yeah, that's what haters do. Yeah. But here's the thing. You all are welcome here. You all are welcome here. And that's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. That is. I wouldn't have to lie to kick it, though. That just be. Let's continue, baby. Let's continue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yeah. Prize fighter. Continue to fight even when he's down. Let me say this. Let me write this down. Write this down. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or lied about, don't deal in lies or hate it and yet give way to hating. And yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim. If you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you spoke and twisted by knaves and make a trap for fools to watch the things you gave your whole life for, broken and stooped and build back up again with worn out tools. If you can take one heap of all your earnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss to lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe one word of your loss. If you can walk with kings and presidents and legends and never ever lose no thought of saying that you so high and mighty. If you can live with this right here on your mind, Cowboy Nation. Really appreciate those who are making a donation to help grow the nation. That this thing right here is life. And you can feel the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run. I'm going to tell you right now, Cowboy Nation, you have understood what it takes to be a legend and what it takes to be a true warrior. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Hey! Go. We tell them, baby.
This is Sparta!
Yeah. Yeah.
This is Sparta!
Yeah. Let's go, Cowboy Nation, one way or another. Let's continue to grind and shine, baby. Y'all know how this thing go. Everybody hate us, but they can't be us. They try to emulate and duplicate, but they can't. They want to sit there and hate, but look at this. With stomach muscles in their neck because they looking up to the greatest. They looking up to 5 rings. We on our path to get 6. And on top of that, the people that talking the most is at the bottom. They got to get to the Redskins first. And before they can beat the Redskins got to catch up with the Giants. And before the Giants can catch up with anything, they got to stop the mighty Dallas Cowboys. Let's put that into your mental. Let that rest on your heart, soul, and sinew, baby. Y'all already know how we get this thing going. Baby, let's go.